Welcome to Uncloaked Illusions. I am Chris Anthony, and I am going to, I'm going to give my perspective on my grill, my gum grill. I'm going to give my perspective on an article that I've received via email a few weeks ago. I've never had an opportunity to get to it. However, my thoughts had collected almost immediately after I read the article. Now, this article is Facebook asks users for nude photos in project to combat revenge porn. Now, what revenge porn is, according to this article, is per se you dated someone, you've exchanged possibly private photos of yourself, intimate photos of yourself with that particular person, and this person and you may not stay as a unionized group. So to get revenge, maybe because the person's a little bitter for the breakup or for the separation, they post these nude photos of you online to I would suppose they would post these photos to embarrass you, to shame you. Now, the article points out individuals who have shared intimate nude or sexual images with partners and are worried that the partner or ex-partner might distribute them without their consent can use Messenger to send the image to be hashed. Now, I understand the notion behind it. However, my issue with this is sharing that type of content of yourself with anyone. And yes, we are all guilty of it. I've done it. We've all done it. So it's literally floating around in cyberspace right now with every single one of us. But to purposely give Facebook nude pictures of yourself in order to combat something, it just seems a little suspicious. And I would be a little cautious about engaging in something like that, because in truth, you don't know what their motives are behind this. And it brings me back to Nazi Germany, how a great deal of propaganda was utilized to convince the people that they should usurp their own freedom. And throughout history, and historically speaking, freedom has never been coerced from citizens. It's always been given. It's always been promised to bring more safety to a community or to the citizens. And the Austrian Jews, they caved in to the hype of the Nazi Germans and the Jews, because the Jews literally were throwing each other under the bus. They were betraying each other. And that all blew up in their face. You know, they all went with the propaganda that was being spewed. And I suppose it was a very exciting time because Hitler was promising change. And he changed it, okay? Now, correlating to the Facebook article, again, it goes, in my opinion, you violate your own Fourth Amendment every single time you usurp some kind of information about yourself, some kind of photo of yourself, and you share it online where it's literally floating through cyberspace. And I don't believe Americans take seriously their Fourth Amendment and how protected it should be, because again, every single time you're sharing every moment of your life on Facebook, on any kind of social media outlet, you are in truth usurping your rights. You're giving them away. Think about 9/11. Think about the Patriot Act that was implemented. Okay, people were willing to give the freedoms away to be protected, to not have to worry about being put in a position to be unsafe. Now, I say that to say this: we need to be careful with some of the articles that we cave into, some of the requests that we cave into, because you never know what nefarious motives or objectives or hidden agendas that any kind of a company may have. I just would never share any kind of nudity of myself with anyone anymore, because I actually know better at this point. I actually love my Fourth Amendment, and I love my First Amendment to be able to express this to you. But understand that these laws, these amendments are under scrutinization and they're under attack. They're being infringed in every single aspect of our lives, but we're too busy paying attention to trying to be popular on social media. Subscribe, like the video, give me your comments. Let me know how you feel about this. Do you see absolutely nothing wrong with this request, or do you see everything wrong with this request? How do you like my grill? And let's open up a conversation about these rights that are being infringed on. And where do you see the country going in the next 5 or 10 years if these rights and our amendments are constantly being infringed on, and we're remaining conformant to certain laws and rules that are being implemented that work against us, work against our freedom. I'm Chris Anthony, and I am out.